All right, y'all, man. Happy Sunday, y'all. And oh my God. Let me get myself together. Because 178, I have to say, it wasn't action packed, but I feel like it was one of the most important episodes that has been released today. I know there's been these epic battles that we've seen so far. We've seen like Momoshiki. We've seen fucking time skips. We've seen some motherfucking, what was the last shit that happened? Deepa. Deepa was real. But I feel like as far as the story goes, this was probably the most crucial episode that we've seen. Because let me just hop into my third point, really, because this is my third point that I made. But I just want to, get it out the way. I feel like the key to this episode was basically when Tsunade, she was holding, let me just say she was looking gorgeous. She was pretty much holding that meeting where they honored the death, the dying, all their lost ones in the Fourth Great Shinobi War. And she was pretty much saying how the current generation has never even experienced war. They never experienced any turmoil. All they've known is peace and, unity, I guess. There's been unity. Motherfuckers got to travel to different nations and all that. And just to look at it as a storyline aspect, like, I feel like this is a beautiful setup for them just to get completely crazy with this motherfucking series, especially when you're talking about the anime, because in the manga, we all know the manga's crazy. The manga's good. But I feel like just because the way they set the tone, this tone, like, man, because there was a lot of questioning. Like, Shikamaru basically looks at his son and is like, I wonder if we're ever going to have to, entrust them with everything. I wonder if there's ever going to be a time where shit gets, he didn't really say when shit gets real, but there's going to be a time where we're going to have to give it to them. We're going to have to give them the keys to the motherfucking village type shit. And it's kind of like dramatic irony where, like, well, if you read the manga, it's kind of like, where things are going to start going towards, but I just feel like the anime is going to turn it up all the way, because the manga is like, if you just watch the highlights, you don't really get the whole game, but you see all the big picture stuff, you see all the big parts. Whereas the anime has the ability just to tug on your emotions. Like this nigga, I cried a few times during this episode. I teared up. I didn't cry, but I teared up. I teared up a few times, bro. And I'm wearing all black and shit. I didn't even know I was dressed for the occasion. But like I said, like, I feel like the key to this episode really is the way they talk to each other. A lot of the dialogue was very important because, like you say, like Tsunade herself just said, these people don't know, this generation does not know the pain. They don't know what it took for them to live the lives that they have now. And they always, like a lot of the older generations, Shikamaru, Ino, they're all asking, hey, where the fuck was Naruto? First of all, I'm just realizing, where the fuck was Naruto, bro? Sasuke wasn't even there. Where was Sasuke? I didn't see no Sasuke either, bro. Like, damn. All right, fuck it. Anyway. And yeah, anyway, I was kind of, that threw me off a little bit. Maybe I gotta rewatch. Maybe I don't know, bro. I don't know. Anyway, but it's like they set this, like, if the anime, like, adds way more detail to the big shit that we know that's gonna happen, and you rewatch an episode like this, like 178 is probably an episode I'm gonna keep in the motherfucking database, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of things where you look at this and be like, damn, if they only knew that their words would come true. Like, I feel like, because one thing that I left saying is I hope Shikamaru doesn't fucking die, and I feel like he's gonna be a major character that just, he's gonna die, bro, because the way he's looking at his son, like, man, I wonder if I'm ever gonna have to entrust him with the keys to this fucking village or clan and whatever the fuck. But let me just get back to the regular programming. The way I do this shit, it's like a discussion more than a review. I'm on my coffee. I almost burped on y'all. I'm sorry. But the way I give it to y'all is I go by these plot points that I've kind of just, things that are just popped into my head as the episode rolled off. These aren't like no greatest to least, no least to greatest. It's more sequential. It's like in the order of the rollout of the episode. So point number one, bro. Shikamaru's room is fucking garbage, bro. Like, because the way this episode started off, I was like, yo, what the fuck is on the wall? It looked like someone drew dicks on his wall and shit. And I see like his little hair. Up until they put his hair in a bun, I was like, oh, that's my nigga Shikadai, bro. Let's see what the fuck going on. Then he meets with his pops and shit. They're having a conversation about, meetings and whatnot. Number two, well, this is also number one. I feel like as far as design goes, they should have gave Shikamaru a black design, because he looks cool as fuck. Like, he looked like this was probably the best Shikamaru has looked as an adult. Like, when he's wearing his regular attire, it's like, come on, bro, because he already has that little goatee and shit, make him look kind of corny. But when he's wearing all black, he just, I don't know what it is about the all black, he just looks like he could throw them hands way more. Plus, he has the shadow paralysis, he has the shadow jutsu and all that shit. Like, I hope they give him a new, like, they need to give him a new character design, real talk. They could have drew him up a little bit better, bruh. Because just, like, I don't know, he just looked dope. This episode, he looked dope. I know he was dressed for a funeral and shit, but he looked dope. I already got to the second point. Tsunade, she a bad bitch. She was looking good as a motherfucker, too. Now, we already gave y'all the point 3. That was pretty much what I opened up with. Zero experience with war, this new gen. But on to point 4. Al pulls up. And when Al pulls up, like, honestly, bro, Al arc start today. I know we had them little, I don't know if it was supposed to be 178 or if it was a couple of episodes. Oh, the manga content is January. I know that much. But, like, this is, the Al arc has begun, bro. We could just say the Al arc has begun. The Vessel arc, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But when he pulled up, I'm like, okay. And his design was legit. He looks pretty much how the manga made him look. I'm waiting on Kawaki's design, bro, because I had a little back and forth considering whether or not Sasuke or Kawaki would get more bitches as kids, you know, because, you know, we already know that young nigga Sasuke, but, like, the way they're making him look in the intro, he looks a little bit basic compared to how he was drawn in the manga. Like, he has a cover in the manga where he's, you know, the nigga look gorgeous, bro. And even in the manga panels, he looks fucking gorgeous. However, when it comes to the anime, Sasuke probably got a little bit more flavor to him. He got, and plus, like, some of the shit that he does, I'm not gonna get into fighting styles, because, like, Sasuke just had that, like, everything he did look cool. Motherfucker do backflips and shit, throw fucking kunais. I don't know. We gotta see some live action Kawaki before, you know, because honestly, all we seen is some poses and shit like that, and him walking through the village in the intro. But Al does pull up. And there's like this weird little interaction with him and Mujino. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but he's kind of like leaving the office because he was looking for Katasuke. Ends up, you know, missing him and shit. But there was like this weird interaction like this. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to signify. But the flashbacks, point number 5, the flashback is a fucking plus. And one thing that I liked about this is they don't assume everyone who watches Boruto has seen Naruto Shippuden or Naruto itself. I like that. I like that. I liked how they showed us a little bit more information about what was going down with Ino's parents as well as Shikamaru's parents during that whole fucking tailed beast Biju bomb coming through and trying to fuck them. It got real. It got real. Because it's like, I wasn't really expecting that. It's kind of weird getting flashbacks of things that you know about, because, like, when you watched Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, when you got a flashback, it was just like a reference point to greater shinobi who didn't really get screen time, or who really weren't going to get screen time, because it was more so like universe building and history building type shit. But this is kind of different. It's I don't know, I appreciated it, and it added that dramatic sense, that dramatic heaviness to this episode, where we get conversations with Shikamaru and Ino, and they're talking about their parents, whether or not they really believed in them and shit when they gave them the keys to the motherfucking village, gave them that strategy. And that's when you start getting more of those conversations where they look at the next gen and they're like, I wonder if there's going to be a day where we are in those shoes, where we have to, you know, you pretty much sacrifice ourselves. Or is there going to be a time where shit gets that fucking real? And remember, they are conscious of the Otsutsuki clan. Otsutsuki. I hate saying that fucking word, bro. But they're conscious of the threat. They are conscious, and especially because remember a couple episodes ago, they're like, who the fuck are these Kara motherfuckers? They're all up in the villages. They got connections, bro. So they know there's some type of threat to be talked about, to be, you know, to be aware of. However, they're kind of keeping that from the younger generation. But this is, like I said, this is a pivotal episode. I feel like this is the most important episode that we've seen. It's probably not the most, well, it's clearly not the most action-packed, but this is probably the biggest turning point. This is where it's going to start getting real from here on out. Whew. I'm ready for this shit, bro. I'm ready for this shit. And then we get point 6, Al. Because we're all wondering, like, oh, yo, nigga, how you survive, bro? How did you survive? And he gives us his flashback, right? He pretty much explained to y'all motherfuckers, he just survived. Nigga survived. He was in a coma for a few years. They said he was they said many years. He woke up looking younger than he did before. So I don't know if he got plastic surgery and shit too. But, you know, he had to rehab, get his body back, woke the fuck back up. And we get this idea of not just his body changing, but like the mentality he had. He's like a shadow of himself almost when he's in that hospital. It's like if, like I know a lot of athletes go through this type of shit when they're done, when they're retired with their careers, like putting 15 fucking years into the game and shit, or they get injured and they can no longer play. They kind of go through this identity crisis. Like, who the fuck am I? Like, all I did was play basketball. All I did was play fucking soccer. All I did was play football. Now I'm just like nothing. I'm nothing. They lose themselves. They don't know who the fuck they are no more. With Al, he can no longer be a shinobi. Now he's like, fuck, dog. I'm a fucking paraplegic ass motherfucker. Like, imagine what the fuck Mike Guy is going through. Like, why the fuck can't Mike Guy walk? Like, nigga, Al Guy. All right, bruh. Let's just hold on, dog. So, all right, bro. First of all, if that motherfucker get blown the fuck up by a 10-tails, why is Mike Guy still in a fucking wheelchair? And he belongs to the Leaf Village. You let this hit and miss motherfucker get all his body back, and you can't even let my nigga Mike Guy throw some kicks? That's crazy, bro. I like some of this shit is a little bit funky, bro. Some of this shit is, cause like, where was Naruto at? Where was Sasuke at? And why is Mike Guy still in the fucking wheelchair, bro? That's crazy. Anyway. But like I said, Al's dream died, and I'm not going to say nothing else until we get more clarity, or at least until the anime viewers get a little bit more clarity about what the fuck pops off and shit. I'm going to leave that there and then move on to point 7. Now, this is just like I'm not too sure if this is true or not, but at the end of the episode or near the end of the episode where Shikadai pulls up on his dad, Shikamaru, and he's just sitting there in that little, like near the river. That was a dope little scene, and this is where he says, I wonder if he's watching me, if he's learning anything as he watches me, you know, as he watches me move. What is he going through? What is he learning? Because there was that beautiful fucking scene where Shikaku was like, I haven't taught you anything. The only time I've got to really be your father is when we played this little shogi game. And he said, you're wrong, Dad, man. I was watching you your whole time, bruh. I got to watch you. You gave me everything. I got to be a witness to you and shit. But the thing that I really wanted to point out was, or ask you really, is that the same area? Because remember, we got a lot of Naruto and Sasuke flashbacks later on in Shippuden where they're like, pretty much they've always been kind of around each other. They always understood each other, but they always had that rivalry where they recognized each of them were like alone in the world. Each of them realized that, like, Sasuke would see Naruto on the swing by himself and other kids pick on him. He would feel for him. He even had that thing where he called Sakura like a bitch low-key. Where he's like, yo, you don't know shit about my nigga Naruto. He didn't really say it like that, but there was like an episode where he defended him as kids, where he's like, you don't know nothing, bro. Shut the fuck up, little bitch. And but like, was that the same area? Because I remember there's like a scene where Naruto's walking as a little kid. This is him as a little kid, Naruto, and Sasuke's like looking at a river, and then like Sasuke looks back at him, because like Naruto's thinking, oh, he's by himself, you know, and then Sasuke turns around at him, and then Naruto's like, oh, no, I can't look soft, and he kind of like sticks his tongue out on him, and then Sasuke like probably flipped him off or some shit, I don't know, but like, was that the same area? It looked like it low-key looked like it. And then at the very fucking end, this nigga Al, he still got that quickness, bruh. Like the leaf, and it's so symbolic. Because remember when Sasuke was running away from the village and shit, and he would like fucking step on leaves, or he would catch them and then crush them in his hand? This nigga just cut that shit with 2 fucking fingers, and he had that medicine look on his face like, fuck these niggas, bruh. I don't know why, though. Like, these motherfuckers gave you a body, but they gotta explain why the fuck he's so twisted. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. It's a little less than 15 minutes. I try to keep it around the 10. But this was just a beautiful episode, bruh. Our father's example. Shout out to all my niggas. Shout out to all my Boruto fans and all my motherfucking Boruto content creators. I'm trying to put this up. I'm going to put this up on time. This is going to be up on time. I hope all y'all niggas was wearing all black today. If you're not wearing all black, go back, rewatch this bitch wearing all fucking black. Because it was that type of episode. And this was probably, honestly, This was probably my favorite episode, besides the Mitsuki Shinden novel episodes where he was fighting Orochimaru. Like, that was a dope episode. And this one was probably this probably was my favorite episode. I'm gonna keep it real. And because I like informational episodes. I like plot stirring episodes. I like setup episodes like these. Even when I read the manga content, I prefer those over the action-packed content. Because it's kind of hard to, like, look at a fighting scene and be like, yo, this shit real. There was, like, I'm not going to say it, but there's, like, 2 fight scenes, 2 things that were dope as far as fighting goes in the manga. And I already know the anime is definitely going to do its part on that. And this episode was beautiful, too. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm using my nigga's website, or if it's just because they put a little bit more budget. Because the last time, I don't know, but it just came out looking beautiful. But I'm going to leave y'all with that. Peace, my nigga. I love y'all. Take care.